2018 Honda Accord car review. Beyond its vaunted track record of quality, and in some cases beyond being consistently fun to operate a vehicle, what has impressed us most concerning the Accord is just how well it offers always fulfilled its core mission, for being an affordable, spacious, and comfy conveyance for individuals and stuff. The good points of 2018 Honda Accord: sublime ride and handling balance, energetic powertrains with available manuals, genuinely upscale cabin. The bad points of 2018 Honda Accord: slightly diminished rear visibility and rear seat access, no longer V6 thrills. But times are changing. With versatile crossovers like Honda's own CR-V now prevailing because the practical and rational boring choice, once modest midsize sedans cannot afford for being wallflowers, not even excellent ones much like the Accord. Several from the Honda's competitors, for example the Mazda 6 and in many cases the newest Toyota Camry, have already begun increasing emotional attracts the masses by prioritizing style and driving verve. Is Honda's new, 10th generation Accord up to the challenge? Style and substance. The new Accord's more fashionable looks reveal that Honda designers know that a solely left-brain approach doesn't make the grade anymore. The previous Accord sedan's upright greenhouse has given strategy to a fastback-like roofline, which combines that has a pronounced crease just under the beltline to present the car a sinewy, athletic stance. Both-door coupe model is no longer a 2.1-inch greater wheelbase, over a vehicle that's actually 0.3 inch shorter overall, makes for tighter back and front overhangs and helps make the new car look for a longer time than before. It's certainly the most elegant-looking Accord since sleek, pop-coupe headlight model in the late 1980s. And its body thankfully avoids most of the surface excitement that plagues the newest Civic. The front-end styling has proved polarizing among our ranks, but from any other angle, it's undeniably a handsome piece. Such an importance on appearances typically would bring about some functional sacrifices, but steer clear Honda's packaging know-how. Rear headroom is reduced by only 0.2 inch due to a scooped-out headliner which allows plenty of noggin space even for tall adults, whilst they may need to duck their heads in excessive before whilst getting in. Meanwhile, the 17 cubic foot trunk is really 1 cube bigger than of last year's Accord. In typical Honda fashion, the scene out front is aided using a low-cowl, rearward visibility, however, is nearly compromised with the sharply raked rear window that narrows the motive force's field of view in contrast to that afforded with the previous Accord's more common 3-box shape. Saving the manuals. Despite the reality that midsize sedans with stick shifts have but disappeared, compared to the Mazda 6, every one of the Accord's competitors have dropped their clutch pedals in recent years. Honda is leaning into enthusiasts' desires through providing a 6-speed manual transmission for both with the new Accord's engine options. They include things like 2 direct-injected turbocharged 4-cylinders, a base 1.5-liter as well as a 2.0-liter upgrade engine to change the outgoing car's V6. A replacement for your Accord Hybrid continues sale early the coming year and are going to be automatic only. Both on the boosted inland fours are conversant from elsewhere in Honda's lineup. The 1.5-liter, helping to make 192 horsepower and 192 lb-ft of torque with this application, can be found inside the Civic and also the CR-V, even though the 2.0-liter shares its basic architecture using the high-strung 4 perfectly found on the 306 horsepower Civic Type R in the Accord. Its output can be a tamer 252 horsepower, nevertheless the 2.0T's torque peak of 273 lb-ft at 1,500 revolutions per minute surpasses that regarding the old Accord's V6, which made 252 lb-ft at 4,900 revolutions per minute. While we're most excited concerning the manuals, that exist only on sport models, many Accord surely is going to be sold with automatic transmissions, specifically, a continuously variable type with the 1.5-liter and also a 10-speed torque converter unit together with the larger engine. The Accord's 2.0-liter turbo can be so smooth, quiet, and refined that you'd never guess it shares anything with all the raucous Type R engine. With either transmission, it pulls strongly enough that will help you forget concerning the defunct V6, with linear power delivery through the rev range and little turbo lag. The 10-speed automatic can be a willing partner just for this flexible engine, with quick and unobtrusive shifts that lend the powertrain a polished character. When paired with all the sweet shifting manual from the Accord Sport, the engine's isolation is a smaller positive, because it lacks some from the thrill and character which the V6 returned in spades. The Accord is often a mature sports sedan, tranquil and composed if you want it to become bitwatchy and able to play when asked. With a sense of harmony relating to the primary controls as well as a fluidity to your responses in the chassis, the Accord engenders confidence. The steering can be a bit too light and short on feel. The Civic's helm is much better in both regards, even so the Accord's more enjoyable tuning strikes us as appropriate because of this larger car. Exquisitely dialed and damping strikes a near-perfect balance between compliance and tautness, giving the Accord will control and impact absorption that shames many cars with luxury badges. Our ear also tells us how the new car's cabin is a lot more hushed than before. This a feeling of polish extends for the 1.5-liter Accord. Although somewhat grainier compared to the buttery 2.0-liter, small engine is a lot more than up on the task of moving the Accord with enthusiasm. Honda claims the 1.5T model for being some 115 to 165 pounds lighter compared to the previous 4-cylinder model. As inside Civic using this powertrain, the turbocharged engine's broad torque curve meshes well using the CVT, which does a fantastic job seeking out the perfect ratio for quick responses in your right foot without a lot of annoying droning. Our brief experience using the 1.5T Sport using a manual transmission implies that this combination forces the driving force to work a tad harder for that desired level of acceleration, although that's part on the fun of driving a stick shift. Compared to using the 19-inch wheels around the 2.0-liter cars we drove, the 17-inchers within the 1.5-liter EXL model added another measure of plushness on the ride quality. As you move the slightly lighter engine and the beginning serves to sharpen turn-in somewhat. The adaptive dampers as well as their available sport mode, included in top-level touring models, seem unnecessary, as being the base suspension tune is wholly excellent by itself. Paradoxically, the newest Accord's cabin is both a return to your simplicity that has been once a Honda hallmark along with a leap forward in sophistication. A pleasingly minimalist instrument panel greets the motorist with clearly marked speedometer and tachometer gauges. In fact, the two main instruments are very crisp and other-like that it takes a few minutes to figure out which the tach, around the left, is in fact a high-resolution digital display that could show trip computer, phone, navigation, and audio information along with its tachometer mimicry. Strangely, we couldn't understand how to call up any kind of digital speedometer, except on touring models equipped having a head-up display. Material selection and build quality are top-notch, with nicely grained plastics, soft leather, and in some cases convincing foxwood trim just don't touch, as there's no texture to check the open-pore appearance. The 3 climate control dials that adjust temperature and fan speed point out Audi knobs. In their design and inside way they satisfyingly click through their motions. The front seats are very padded and enveloping, while rear seat legroom is positively palatial, having benefited in the wheelbase stretch. Stowage space is generous, too, which has a deep center console, nicely sized cup holders, along with a large bin for the base with the center stack that has a USB port along with a 12-volt outlet. We can finally applaud Honda for admitting its mistakes having its infotainment interface. After switching many models up to a frust, nearly button-free touchscreen some time ago, the organization has gradually corrected itself, culminating within the new Accord's easy touch and attractive touchscreen. It combines the amount knob first seen within the new CR-V using the redesigned software first implemented about the new Odyssey, while utilizing the extra step of adding a tuning knob and 8 hard buttons flanking the normal 7.0-inch or optional 8.0-inch screen. Although it takes serious amounts of learn the ins and outs from the configurable menu structure, the fundamental functionality is nice, as well as simple tasks like changing the air station is possible without much distraction on the road. Plus, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard on although the base Accord LX, if you would prefer to avoid getting together with Honda's system wherever possible. Generously equipped. If you are doing end up drawing the eye area away on the road for days on end, there are several active safety features to help save your bacon. The Honda Sensing Package, composed of key systems like adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, and lane keeping assist, is now standard on every Accord. Yes, that even includes manual transmission cars, which must forego exactly the low-speed flow functionality on the adaptive cruise control in comparison with their automatic-equipped brethren. Other standard features about the base LX include dual-zone automatic climate control, push-button start, a backup camera, and LED headlights and taillights. Moving up the familiar trim level hierarchy allows buyers to provide things like a power driver's seat standard within the Sport, a sunroof, heated front seats, and blind spot monitoring standard on X, leather upholstery standard on the XL, and ventilated front seats, rain-sensing wipers, heated rear seats, along with the aforementioned adaptive dampers included on Touring. The only notable feature missing for the new Accord is automatic stop-start capability, although that omission doesn't appear to hurt its EPA fuel economy estimates much, together with the 1.5T delivering approximately 38 miles per gallon highway, 30 miles per gallon city, and 33 miles per gallon combined 2.0T numbers aren't available yet. That said, the Honda trails the 2018 Toyota Camry, because the EPA estimates its four-cylinder at around 41 miles per gallon highway. Even using its longtime arch rival with the top of its game, though, Honda seems to have hit just one more home run. Like almost all the Accords that came before it, the most recent example remains a beautifully engineered, high-quality, and affordable automobile. Prices start at $24,445 and run all the way nearly $36,675. Only now it's a lot more alluring to see, to operate a vehicle, also to sit inside. We can't say what the future provides for midsize sedans. For the time being, the Honda Accord will continue to lead the charge.